Yang Berhormat Dato Saifuddin Abdullah, Deputy Minister Higher Education Malaysia, NRC 11 members, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 11th installment of NRC 11 Nation Building Series, today titled New Politics Towards a Mature Malaysian Democracy. As is customary when we have a prominent guest speaker, I will say that YB Dato Saifuddin needs no introduction, but as is customary as well, I will then proceed to give one anyway. YB Dato Saifuddin is obviously Deputy Minister of Higher Education. He's also the Member of Parliament for Temerloh in Pahang and a member of the UMNO Supreme Council. Born in 1961 in Mentakap, Yang Berhormat Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah went to Sekolah Kebangsaan Abu Bakar, Mentakap, then MCKK, Malay College, Kuala Kangsar. He obtained his BA from University Malaya in 1984 and also attended an executive course at the Harvard Business School. YB Datuk Saifuddin and his wife Datin Nolin have one daughter, who, if I'm not wrong, is attending KTJ at the moment. Is it dated? Okay, dated info, sorry. YB Dato Saifuddin has published a number of books, the latest of which is titled Mematangkan Demokrasi Malaysia, which is very much in line with the topic today. Without further delay, may I invite YB Dato Saifuddin to give his opening remarks, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, after which we hope for a rigorous question and answer session. With that, Saifuddin, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia. Mr. Chairman, brothers and sisters, pertama sekali saya ucapkan banyak-banyak terima kasih. Thank you so much for inviting me to this August meeting of very young people. I'm honored to be here and I'm most thankful to the organizers for having me here. New politics has got no real meaning except that it is not old. And I cannot claim to be the first person in this country to use the term new politics. The first time, or even if it is not the first time, at least the first time in recent years, the term new politics was used by writers was immediately after the 1999 general election. At least two books were published, one by University Kebangsaan Malaysia, the other one by ISIAS, Singapore. Not that both books were written on the theme new politics, but the term or the phrase new politics were used by, both books were a compilation of articles. So new politics was used by a number of writers who contributed to the two books that I mentioned. But the reason, as I take it, why they were using the term or the phrase new politics is simply to give a signal that there's something new in Malaysian politics after 1999 election. And there was, I sense, there was some excitement among the writers that the next general election would bring fresher results or something like that. But after the 2004 general election, the result turned to be something else, and somehow new politics, you don't hear about new politics being mentioned in, maybe mentioned in some writings that I don't read or I don't come to come across, but not much. I used the term new politics in 2005, 2006, simply because I thought you need new approaches to politics. As simple as that. So please don't ask me what new politics mean, whether there is any political theory behind new politics. Then my answer is nil. There's none. Not at least not from my side. What is new then? I started by, in my book, I divided the book into two. The title, I actually wrote in Malay. My English is horrible. So the original title of the book is Politik Baru ke Arah Demokrasi Malaysia yang Matang. But it's been translated into New Politics towards a mature democracy in Malaysia. And it was published by Institut Terjemahan Negara Malaysia as Dui Bahasa. So on the one side in Malay, the other one side in English. So I divided New Politics then in two parts, or comprising of two major components. First is integrity politics, and secondly is the need for a new governance framework. In integrity politics, I discuss about the importance of having some real reason if you want to join politics. And that real reason, I call it idealism. We can debate about idealism, whether idealism is the best terminology to be used, but my understanding of idealism is simple. I take this from the Islamic maxim of Amal Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar. It is basically from, what is that, hendaklah ada segolongan daripada kamu wal takum minkum ummatun yad'una ilal khair wa ya'muruna bil ma'ruf wa yanhauna 'anil munkar. And to my mind, idealism is a combination of love and hate. You need to love some values, virtues, what have you, and at the same time you must have that you must well, for lack of better word on my side, you hate certain things. So if you value knowledge, you value justice, you need to value all the good virtues, then you don't like its opposite. That's idealism to me. But in real politics then, how do you practice idealism? And I was trying to imagine that perhaps in day-to-day political work, you have to practice knowledge politics, you have to practice wisdom politics, and you have to practice service politics. Knowledge politics means you have to have a certain knowledge of certain things. You need to be good at certain things. Politics is not just about sharing meetings. You must have a passion of certain thing. You have to have a belief on certain thing, and if possible, to be an expert in certain areas. I'm not a believer that a minister can become a minister of too many portfolios. That to my mind is a little impossible. Yeah. So you have to be able to tell, even if you're appointed to a certain position, sir, this is really not my forte. I'm going to do a lot of, I'm going to mess it up if I were to hold this portfolio. You have to have that kind of knowledge. You have to have some knowledge of certain things that you wish to participate in as far as politics is concerned. Wisdom politics, politik hikmah, is about using wisdom in the way you deliver your message, in the way you deliver your ideas. Wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan. If I may refer to the Islamic context. When you debate in the best manner. You don't shout, you don't use nasty words, you don't use vulgar words in debates. And if you look at our parliament, I'm not sure if you like what you see sometimes. Some people are saying, Dean, we should extend the half an hour live in the morning until the session ends. But, well, I told them, if you think you will enjoy it, by all means. I'm all for live telecasted parliamentary debate anyway, but just as a joke. By service politics, I don't think I have to deal into that. Service means, yeah, you go beyond just getting votes. Yeah, because more often than not, in some situations, people tend to work very hard before you get the vote. The moment you get the vote, you disappear. And then you appear again just before you need the next round of voting. So that is integrity to me. You have to have idealism, and you have to live your idealism by doing it right. Of course, right is a big word, but yeah. The second component of new politics is new governance framework. We are quite familiar with the word governance, and especially in the context of good governance, transparency, accountability, and so on and so forth. But by new governance framework, I'm referring to those values, yes, but beyond that, I'm referring to the sectors involved in nation building. I'm referring to the stakeholders. And I divide the stakeholders into three sectors, namely the state, the business, and the civil society. There is a history why it becomes three. Some people may define it or divide it into four, but in political science, I think we started with the first sector, then we go to the second